Hi there, this is going to be a short guide video for setting up your gamepad with the gyroscope to steer the car. So this concerns mainly PlayStation controllers or any other controllers that have the gyroscope. So as you can see, I've already played 2,500 of hours in this game, and like most of them, like 2,000 at least, are played on the gyroscope for the steering. So I find this way very natural compared to the steering with the stick. So the first thing that you will need to, before even activating the gamepad, is to go to the Steam, go to the settings. I already have this tab open, so I'm gonna show it to you right now. Yeah, so you have the Steam settings right here, and you need the controller tab. Once you click on the controller tab here, what is interesting to you is for the PlayStation controllers, make sure you have this enabled. Not enabled in games without support, because CarX has support, but it doesn't support natively the gyroscope. So you need this to be enabled if you have PlayStation controller. If you're on an Xbox controller, okay, or maybe some knockoff controller that uses X input and is recognized as an Xbox controller, you will need to tick this, okay? So once you tick this option and this option, you're done. So okay, you can just close it. The next step would be in this menu with the games, okay, on your library, click with the right button, click on the properties, and I already have this opened, and I have here my properties. I'm gonna enlarge this just a tiny bit, yeah, like this. Okay, so you have the properties of the CarX Street. You once again need controller, and you need to select here enable Steam input. So as you can see, Steam input is going to override the existing native support for the Xbox controller or PlayStation controller. And you're pretty much done with this. Yeah, you can close it too. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just launch my gamepad, activate it. It's gonna pair up automatically through the Bluetooth. And normally I will have, yeah, as you can see, I now have this small icon. This is pretty much the same as going to properties and clicking on controller configuration, but this is just easier, so click here. And you will have another window, which I'm going to show you in a sec. So here we have the controller layout support. Okay, so here you won't have this because I already have my layout, but you can just click here and probably it will just propose you the layouts available, so you won't have any. You can just use any template, maybe gamepad with mouse and gyro, just gamepad. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be, you can remap all of this. So I can apply this layout right now. I have my old layout and I also have this layout. So quick settings is not something you really need right now. You can just go to edit layout. Yeah, edit layout. Here you can adjust the buttons. This is not really needed unless you wanna adjust the clutch macro or maybe do some other functions, so this is not really necessary. We are looking for the gyro. Okay, so gyro behavior, here you need to select gyro to joystick deflection, not joystick, not as joystick. Those are two viable options, but they are going to be less precise than this one. So lean left, lean right, this is not really needed, so you need to go to the to this gear icon, and here you need to set up a button activator. Okay, so this is the button that is going to activate your gyro. Okay, so by default it's on the right pad for the DualSense controller. I selected to click on the left pad. Okay, so make sure you don't have multiple buttons because they will all activate the gyro. Just select one. Okay, and here press toggle gyro on off. This is the best option. Honestly, this is the best option because hold it to suppress or enable. This is just, you won't be able to use it normally. Okay, toggle on off. Okay, and that's it. So now you need to press the button and the gyro will activate. You do this only once you launch the game, you activate the gyro and you're pretty good to go. Auto wall tilt, this you can leave it like this. You can also disable it. To my experience, this doesn't do anything. Okay, maybe it's broken, I don't know. Here, joystick output, you select the left joystick. So basically the gyroscope is going to emulate the left joystick movement, but gyro is way more precise. The downside of this simulation, however, is that in the center you will have a small dead zone, but it's barely noticeable once you get used to it. Minimum joystick output, this is just basically the lower and upper dead zone, okay? Just put 0 and 100%. Joystick power curve, this is the linearity of your steering curve. You can change it, but honestly, I don't feel like you really need to. Okay, so just leave it at 1. This is going to be linear steering. It's really good. Gyro sensitivity. So here we have basically just a filter for the gyro. Okay, this is not really interesting, so just put it at 0 degrees. Maximum gyro deflection angle. This is the maximum steering angle in one direction. Okay, so this is going to be equal to the steering degrees of your steering wheel, for example. So I tend to set it up somewhere, I think, or like 50 or 55. So the more you indicate, the more precise your steering will be, but the more you will need to rotate the gamepad in your hands. So yeah, the optimum value would be somewhere around 55 or 50. So just play around. This is really universal. This depends how much space you have to really rotate, how you feel comfortable. You know, it's not universal, it's individual to anyone. Lock at edges, I think you need to enable this just in case. Okay, invert X and Y, not really needed. Gyro speed dead zone, set it to 0, not needed. Gyro precision speed, same again, not needed. You can read the description, I already read it, but it's not really useful. Vertical horizontal output mixer. So this just changes the principle how the gyro picks up the information. So by default it's going to pick up the tilt on the x-axis and y-axis together. You can change it. For example, for the steering I don't really need the vertical, okay, tilting. I don't really care how much I tilt it towards me or from me. I really need to only tilt it left or right. Okay, so for this I just go to -100. So this is going to lock the gamepad only to the horizontal movement. Gyro orientation, not really needed. This is for some other builds. So yeah, don't touch it. 0 degrees. And normally this is the only thing you need to do. So now, okay. So once you're back in the game, okay, you will need to go to the settings to set up your freshly adjusted controller. So you can see that it gets recognized as an Xbox controller. This is because Steam, through the emulation, actually makes all the controllers as an Xbox controller. So even though I have DualSense, it will display Xbox. So here you need to adjust steering, throttle, brake, all that stuff. But for the steering, as you can see, it is mapped on the joystick. So it's not mapped to the gyroscope. There's no gyroscope. It gets emulated through the joystick. Okay. So here's my DualSense. Okay, you cannot really tell because I made the lights super dim, but it's actually in the working state. However, I'm not turning yet. Okay, so if I just, yeah, you see the car wheels are not turning, so I need to activate it through the button press. Okay, and once I do this, it actually works. Okay, one problem that you may encounter, this is the quirks of the Steam input, is that before using the gamepad you cannot just hold it like this and expect it to work left and right. You actually need to tilt it like this. Okay, so it kind of acts as a manual calibration, if I could call it like this. Yeah, so just tilt it towards you like this, like left and right, and then you're good to go. It's going to pick up all the range. Another problem that you may encounter if you're alt-tabbing a lot, if I keep it like this, or maybe I just put it somewhere and it's tilted just a tiny bit and I alt-tab, it's going to, when you alt-tab back into the game, it's going to be like, I'll hold it like this, but it's going to be inputting the like the input is going to be sideways. Okay, so what you need to do, you just send you can just alt tab once again and make sure that when you alt tab in the game you keep it somewhere around the center. It's going to correct itself automatically, and that's pretty much it. So on the DualSense you may be also tempted to map it to the touchpad. I kinda I'm not advising you to do this, because if you map it to the touchpad you risk of accidentally pressing and disabling the gyro. So yeah, just map it to the button and yeah, press it once you're in the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.